Yeah, so welcome today to our second session. We're going to be working the joints, articulations. Always the first session, the bones, and then the articulations. And I was thinking about this image of honey, how honey, I mean, depending on the type of honey, but how when it's cold, the honey gets hard and somehow like sort of crystallize when you have left it for a long time, so you can get the honey to flow. But then we're doing this work of warming up the articulations, and then it becomes like flowy, warming, the temperature excites the articulation, and then it begins to move. It's like when you're beginning to exercise in the beginning is a bit more challenging, but once you come into uh, ahead in the practice, then you feel like, oh, now I'm warm, now I can. Uh, so it's that what we're kind of the image we're looking to warm the articulation so that it can give more movement and more, you know, and how we articulate in the word is also like that. And also because the things that get locked in the body become like patterns and becomes automatic. So we're through this work is giving witness through observing yourself and being compassionate witness, and through that observation kind of like understanding what those patterns are, where those limits, next session is the limit, where those limits are, and kind of having a broader vision, seeing, where our patterns are, our limitations, and through the body moving that, warming that, moving that, and it kind of ripples into all aspects of our lives because it ripples into, and we'll do like a meditation now. It goes into our neural pathways because these things that have become a pattern, it's because the body is like it goes there because it doesn't need to think, and reinvent the wheel every time something comes. It's like, okay, we go that's what we learned, that's how we do it. But then some of those things we know, need to be reimagined so that, through the body into the neural pathways, we can build new ways of, articulating ourselves, moving ourselves, creating the things that we want. Um, but it's through the practice. It's like we always have to come. Like I notice now, I got sick and, I was feeling like all the negative feedbacks that I know came back. It's like shrinking, like the body is shrinking, the mind is shrinking. And then, as I started to get better, it's like I was sick, I got my period, it's like that kind of way of seeing the world through, through all those fears and limitations. And now it's like, yeah, okay, I see you. I see, I can kind of remove myself, but it takes time.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that's a bit of a context of what we are going to be working today. And our intention, is to warm up these joints to give more range to ourselves creatively, relationally, like in the different aspects of our life. So, uh, yeah, do you want to share something, or how are you coming today to the practice?
Um, um, no, we can go to the practice.
Yeah. So let's start by straightening our column and feeling our weight into the sit bones, to the ischium, and starting to turn our awareness to our breathing. Bringing our attention to our thoughts. How is our mind coming to the practice today? Is it very fast? Is it very slow? Is it tired from a long day? Interacting with others or receiving information. So noticing that without judging. And now tuning into the heart. How is the heart today? How is it? Feeling tender, open, a bit of safeguarded. And just noticing and bringing your presence. I am here. I am bringing myself to the practice, how I am today. And starting to imagine there's like a pipe from your nose into your brain. So we're going to breathe directly into our brain and bringing, the best quality air. So that will bring us out of our comfort zone. Breathing deeply. Breathing out through the nose, through the mouth. And exhaling. And as you exhale more, you have more capacity to open the lungs and inhale. So the more you give out in your exhale, the more it opens your capacity to breathe in. And imagining if you can have this picture of your brain as a sponge, and that the air is like water, expanding the sponge. So it becomes big, and then when you exhale, how do you say, you kind of empty the sponge. And we'll do that a couple of times. And as you inhale, also you notice these neural pathways, like as rivers or pathways in your brain. So noticing like they're formed from all your lived experiences, all that's happened, through our life, and how you have had to, develop ways to interact with life. So those pathways are what creates your lived experience today. And as you inhale, you kind of shake those. You kind of shake those pathways, because some of them, are not, are limiting you in what you want to create and how you want to show up today. And we're shaking them and then bringing new air, new possibility, new movement that will, with the inhale, kind of expand those pathways into new possibilities. And exhale, and bringing it all out. And inhale. And exhale through the mouth. And imagining what those new pathways look like. How can you expand? How can you support yourself? How can you articulate yourself in new ways And inhaling. Exhaling and checking in with the heart again to those desires, to those new possibilities that you can create, and bringing that in your inhale. And exhaling. Inhaling, and if you need to make some sound, inhaling and checking in again with your heart, mind, bringing your awareness to your jaw, seeing if there's any tension there, and imagining that pearl in the center of your tongue. And I invite you to imagine that that pearl is like a seed of peace or relaxation that expands through your tongue and expands into your jaw, the lower jaw, like a total relaxation. And then through the roots of your teeth, it expands into the upper jaw. And you also check into your cervicals. You kind of align your spine and your cervicals. If you need to bring your jaw a little bit down and back, kind of aligning. And then coming up through your skull to your cheekbones, into your eyeballs, relaxing your eyeballs, to the top of the skull, bringing that seed of relaxation. Being present with your nervous system and noticing how it kinds of relaxes and becomes present. Then it goes up through the skull and back into the cervicals and into your spine. And that seed of relaxation goes through the cervical, thoracic, the lumbars, and into your pelvis. And breathing in and making that pathway down into the iliac crests, into the sit bones, into the sacrum, feeling the weight of your whole body, your bones, into the sit bones, perceiving the sacrum, the coccyx, on the front triangle that we worked last week, the pubic bone, the iliac crests, and how that reverberates or like makes contact with your organs, with your bladder, your intestines, and in the center with your uterus, the ovaries, the cervix, the vaginal canal, the vulva, and how that's all interconnected through our nervous system and sends signals to the brain, and how we want to send the signals of safety, of connecting to pleasure, of expanding, of being in our center of power. And breathing in one last time. Mm. Checking in with your tongue again, and kind of the whole system, like bringing it all together. So you have a sense of presence from your skull into your coccyx, to your sit bones, into your heart, and bringing all of yourself into this practice now that we're going to uh, do to kind of warm up the joints. So when you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes, and yeah, from this place of presence, we can mm, find a way to come into the side. To see, because I see you so big, and change the setting. No, we'll leave it like this. So coming into your side, and yeah, that's perfect how you are. And then the other thing to check is that your um iliac crest are parallel, that it's not going back, but it's like into the center. And you can use your hand to support you so that you don't fall.
Mhm.
I'll remind you a couple of times to see if that you're not falling. And then putting your legs parallel to the floor and kind of flexing the foot, not like that, but like 90 degrees. And then you're going to engage that way the whole leg. So it's like you feel the muscles and engage the what is this one called? The tide, yeah, the tide and then you're going to try to bring it in, center, and out. In, center, and out. And in, center, sorry, in, center, and out. And I already start feeling it.
Mhm.
We go slowly. In, center, and out. And relax. You can feel it. Like we're working joint in. And so now again we go up, and now we're going to try to see, to go front and back to see, until however front you can, and however back as far as you can without falling back. And center, and front, and the leg that is, I'm working my left leg. The leg that is in the floor is supporting the pelvis. So front, center, and back. You can feel the range of your joint. Center, front, center, back, and relax. Now, going to go in a circle. We go front, up, and you don't need to go all the way back, but you can go down there. And again, front, down. Remember to keep the pelvis aligned. Down, and one more. Front, very, very slowly. Up and down. And do like this. Try to find where the bone is and hold it like this. And notice if there's any resistance, like, oh, it's hurting or it's tiring. We're just, something that we don't often work the inside, so we're just giving it some space to move. So noticing if there's any emotions like this is boring, this is not useful, this is tiring, just noticing. And now the last one on this side, we're going to go to the front, so you can help yourself with the arm. Feel where you feel some resistance, like front. And you can also bend your knee, this other knee here. And then notice that your other leg is also engaged as you bring this leg to the front and you kind of push the articulation. The other leg and the gluteus is working so that to bring stability to the pelvis. Mm. A little bit some love. Okay. And then we do one last time. And relax. Mm. Noticing if you feel it's a bit warm. No?
Sore.
Hmm?
Sore.
Sore? You are doing the right side or the left side?
I'm doing the right side.
The right side. This is yeah, our right side.
Yes.
Memorable right side. So now just I invite you to change side very carefully, like taking care of. I felt it a lot.
Yes, I
Right.
felt a lot too. Let's see if I can. Okay, there.
So, aligning the pelvis, facing your, notice it now, this is my right side. I'm going to work the right side now. You're working the opposite, the left.
Yep.
So you can engage the legs so that they're, I don't know how many centimeters, like 20 centimeters apart. Like almost parallel, like if you were standing there, almost parallel. And now we're going to do inward, center, and outward. And notice that it will be different, the range that you can maybe with this leg. So just be curious. Inward, center, outward, inward, center, inward, center, outward. Checking the alignment of the pelvis. Center, inward, center, outward. Breathing. Seems a very simple movement, but it requires outward, center, inward, center, and relax. Ah, you can go like this, small. Just again engaging both legs. And now we're going to go front and back as much as you can without falling the pelvis, letting the pelvis fall. And center, front, and back. And noticing how the other leg has also to engage to hold the stability of the pelvis. Center, front, center, back. And notice also the gluteus, how it's working. And relax. Mm. Mm. Then the circle now. So checking in front and up and down. Front. Yes. And now, and then the knees and do the bringing the leg forward as much as you can and back, forward, and press, yeah, the arm, the hand, down, forward, and down, and relax. Now maybe we give some time for self-exploration.
Okay.
And if they just put some music and you try to see, which movements, um, activate your articulation. Could be on the side. Remember last time also we did a different sequence.
Mhm.
We did more like the squat.
Mhm.
That also activates the articulations in a different way because you're doing kind of like a forward bend. So these two possibilities are, different entry places to work with the articulation. So, I mean, you can do it on the side. You can, lay down and work, move, just explore, the range of motion with curiosity and, use it as an oracle to kind of explore, um, yeah, the different possibilities and, especially left and right, how do they feel
Mhm.
different? I mean, and witnessing that, you don't need to change or judge anything. It's just, seeing what's present, like giving the space for the body to, yeah, to tell you what it needs and
Mhm.
what feels also pleasurable. Like if you move this way, it feels good, or if I move this other way, I might feel different or challenging, or so just using it as like a laboratory, like a exploration. Let me look for the song. I want to show it. So, do you hear the music?
Yeah, I do.
You can start here. And then how they relate, both sides when you do like this, how they both are engaged in a different way. How this one is pushing forward. I mean, you're kind of pulling the body, and then this one is oppositely, like figure. And maybe if you want to lay or to stand and explore the different ways.
Joanna, I can't hear the music.
Wait. Now?
No,
Now?
no. But I'm still doing the exercises or the
But
practice.
you can hear the music?
Nope.
It says screen sharing. Strange. I don't know why.
Now I can hear a little.
Strange. I'll put another song. Wait. I don't know why.
But in a few minutes, I will have to get dressed for dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just give it 1 minute more, and because you've been doing it, so.
I'm my right side it's gets so sore. My left side didn't get so sore.
Your right side.
Yeah, it gets really sore doing this practice, but the left side didn't get that sore. I just thought it was interesting.
Mm. So that's been consistent, no?
Yeah,
Throughout. And do
yeah.
you feel it the sore now? Where do you feel it? Inside, like
In the joint.
in the joint inside, like
Yeah,
here, like here.
it's like in here.
So inside in the side,
Yes.
in the
Yeah,
side.
in there. Yeah.
And do you feel it's like more outside or is more
No, it's
like,
in inside. It's almost difficult to locate.
yeah?
It's, yeah.
Because I wonder if it's coming from the gluteus
Maybe
or from the, more from the front, from the psoas and
more from the gluteus.
mm,
Yeah.
and it's just in this one side and not the other.
Right. Hmm. Yeah.
But is it sore like a pain? Like you feel something like
Sore more like lactic acid.
yeah, yeah. No, that's interesting. I can try to ask my teacher to see. But I mean, she always says, like it's the body when you start doing this work, you have to trust that the body, it's like either, because you gave it space for, so something that has been there, it's coming and it's just a matter of kind of, yeah, giving it some time and witness and trying to um see what is the message. So you have to go now, but I will send you some questions that I use for my own investigation, like with the body. Because I have to say, I have a similar thing that is coming up. It's my right side and it's in similar area.
Okay.
But I told you I have an accident, so it might be stemming from that. So it's just like sitting that part every day for, you know, an amount of time and kind of asking, giving it space, asking the question, moving, and kind of, not from a place of like, I need you to give me the answer, but from a place like, I'm here every day. If you need to release, release. If you need to tell me something, like building that relationship and and not trying to understand it or try to fix it, but trusting that with the consistency, it will reveal some, wisdom.
Mhm. But last week I did, it was quite interesting. The morning after the practice, I did wake up feeling like feeling like the right side, the joint or the hip, there was a space, and it was like I was present. It was like this space. It's very difficult to explain,
Mm,
but it felt good. It's like I could rest in that space. Yeah,
mm,
and it was a presence, and it felt really good.
mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so connecting, I would say what's coming, connecting with both, connecting with the, what needs to be felt, and
Mm.
also knowing that, because I think that's it's kind of an invitation of the body also saying like, you know, they're both, or like, there's like the soreness that wants to be witnessed in a way.
Hmm.
And there is also this spaciousness that also comes from this place.
Yeah.
I know it's not an answer, but we're not looking for answers like answer. We're looking for, yeah, what does this has to tell,
Hmm.
to reveal.
Hmm.
So I will be, yeah, I also know, I want to know, it's like, yeah, yeah. But there is this piece of like trusting the unfolding and the, that with the repetition and with the giving it space. So I will send you now, I will look for the questions because I did
Okay.
the exercise some months ago. It's like some questions focusing on that
Okay. Good.
mm, mm, area.
Hmm. Okay. So
Yeah.
thank you very much. And um,
We'll meet tomorrow, or you think it's
that'll be difficult because there's like um, this big, like what do you call it? Festmiddag.
yeah, like a
Yeah.
reception? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So tomorrow is going to be difficult. I had no idea there was going to be so much activity, but I was
Mm,
so happy to be able to retreat to my room for a while. I need that. So it feels really good. I feel more relaxed and better now than an hour ago. Yeah.
mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So,
thank you for, the
thank
practice.
you.
And yeah, we'll
Yeah.
talk. I'll send you the recording and the questions.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a
Bye
nice
bye.
evening.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.